Motion of urgent public importance by Representative Ahmed Safana on banditry in parts of Katsina State resulting to deaths of innocent persons and destruction of property elicited reactions from members.
Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues, I'm coming under Rule 8, Order 8, Rule 46. Mr. Speaker, the people of my constituency, whom I represent, are presently living in a great fear for their lives due to persistent killing of their loved ones and gruesome attacks inflicted on them by heavily armed robbers. So that's why I want to take this. I want to plead with my honorable colleagues to allow me to take it under this rule so that we discuss and find a lasting solution to it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
You are seconding first that the matter is urgent and should be considered. So I'll put a question to that limb of the motion. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, my honorable colleagues. Armed robbery and kidnapping by heavily armed bandits operating within Safanaba Musa Federal Constituency of Katsina State. The House notes with dismay the ongoing attacks on various communities within Safanaba Musa Federal Constituency of Katsina State by heavily armed bandits who continuously unleash mayhem against my constituency on daily basis. Also note that the recent spate of the said attacks on members of my constituency has reached an alarming stage as the perpetrators of this deadly act continuously kill innocent persons in my constituency and set their home ablaze, while defenseless men and women are abducted to unknown destination. Worried that up to 4 villages within my constituency are currently under attack. In the last 48 hours, $9.5 billion only for real-time gas monitoring and measuring projects due from Department of Petroleum Resources. Mr. Speaker, permit me to lay this petition before the House.
Honorable Chidi, please proceed and lay the petition. Any more petitions? Petition referred to Committee on Public Petition. Honorable members, the first business of the day is presentation of 2 reports of the Committee on AIDS, Loans and Debt Management. Honorable Ajayi is now invited to present the reports.
Mr. Speaker, my respected colleagues, my name is Honorable Adeyinka Ajayi, and I represent the people of Boribe, Ifelodu, and Odooti local governments. Mr. Speaker, I'm from the state of Osun. With the indulgence of Mr. Speaker, may I move that presentations 1 and 2 be taken at the same time?
Please take the 2 at the same time.
Mr. Speaker, may I move that the House do receive the report of the Committee on AIDS, Loans and Debt Management on promissory note program and a bond issuance to settle inherited local debts and contractual obligations on refund to state governments pursuant to Order 18, Rules 12, 2C of the Standing Order of the House of Representatives. And may I also move, Mr. Speaker, that the House do receive the report of the Committee on AIDS, Loans and Debt Management on proposed external borrowing request for Niger State Government under the 2016 to 2018 External Borrowing Rolling Plan, pursuant to Order 18, Rule 12, 2C of the Standing Order of this House. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Honorable Dende.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Emmanuel Mangau Dende. I represent Kasara Okunu, Logo Federal Constituency and from Benue State. I stand to second the motion as moved by Chairman Lawrence.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it. Honorable Yinka, please proceed and lay the report. Second business of the day is presentation report of the Committee on National Security and Intelligence on the Bill of an Act to make provisions for offenses relating to terrorism, prohibit the financing of terrorism, and consolidate all acts relating to terrorism, and the Bill of an Act to amend the Terrorism Act of 2011 for the purpose of applying stringent prison terms for offenses of terrorism and remove the ambiguities in the Act and other related matters, standing in the name of Honorable Aminu Jaji. Honorable members will recall that the bill was referred to the committee on Tuesday, 15th November 2016. Honorable Jaji is now invited to present the report. In his absence, I understand Honorable I.D. Gang will lay the report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I remain I.D. Gang, member representing Bariki Ladirium, Federal Constituency of Plateau State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I rise to move that the House do receive the report of the Committee on National Security and Intelligence on a bill for an act to make for provisions for offenses relating to terrorism, prohibit the financing of terrorism, and consolidate all acts relating to terrorism and for related matters. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I so move.
Second, Honorable Brown.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Honorable Randolph Iworone Brown, representing Degma Bonne Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm a Rivers man. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second this able report to be laid to the House. I so second.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it. Honorable ID, please proceed and lay the report. The third business of the day is presentation report of the Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development on the National Legislative Summit on the domestication of the Violence Against Persons Prohibition VAPP Act 2015, held on Tuesday, April 16, 2019 at the Nikon Luxury Hotel, Gariki, Abuja, standing in the name of Honorable Stella Ngu. Honorable Stella is now invited to present the report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I am Honorable Stella Ngu, representing Igwe-Etiti, Uzuwani Federal Constituency. I'm from Enugu State. I rise to move that the House to receive the report of the Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development on the National Legislative Summit on the domestication of the Violence Against Persons Prohibition VAP Act 2015, held on Tuesday, April 16, 2019, at the Nikon Luxury Hotel, Garuki, Abuja. Permit me, Mr. Speaker, to lay this report on the floor of the House. I so move.
Any second, Honorable Uwadigi Apotai.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Widre Potai. I represent Tetet Ona Esreket, even of Federal Constituency. I rise to second the motion that the report be laid on the floor of the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it. Please proceed and lay the report, Honorable Stelengu. Fourth business of the day is presentation report of Committee on Public Accounts and the end of Assembly report of the 8th House of Representatives pursuant to Order 18, Rule 6, Sub-Rule 2(1) of the Standing Orders of the House of Representatives, standing in the name of Honorable O.K. Chinda. Honorable Chinda is now invited to present the report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues. Kingsley Chinda, I represent Toby Abo Federal Constituency, Manikwere man from Rivers State. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, pursuant to Order 18, Rule 6 of the Standing Orders of the House, I do move that this House do receive the report of the Public Accounts Committee on the end of Assembly report of the 8th House of Representatives. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I so move.
Second, Honorable Jibril Aisha Duku. Gimbian Duku.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I am Honorable Aisha Jibril Duku, Gimbian Duku, member representing Dukuna for the Federal Constituency. I rise to second the motion ably moved by the Equerryman. I so second.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it. Honorable Chinda, please proceed and lay the report. Fifth business of the day, honorable colleagues, presentation report of the ad hoc committee on the non-compliance, the provisions of the Maritime Academy of Nigeria Act, standing in the name of Honorable Hassan Yuguda Kila. Honorable members who recall that the matter was referred to the committee on Thursday, 19th October 2017. Honorable Kila is now invited to present the report.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues. I move that the House receive the report of the ad hoc committee on the non-compliance with the provisions of the Maritime Academy of Nigeria Act. So move.
Any seconder? Honorable Bashir Babale.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm from Kano. My name is Babale Bashir. I rise to second the motion as moved by my elder brother and colleague. Asomo. Second.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it. Honorable Killer, please proceed and lay the report. Sixth business of the day is presentation of 3 reports of Committee on Public Petitions. Standing in the name of Honorable Uzoma Nkem Abonta, Honorable Abonta is now invited to present the report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Uzoma Nkem Abonta is the name.
Mr. Speaker, may I move that the House do receive the report of the Committee on Constitution as contained in our order paper, particularly as contained in item 7, 8, and 9 of order paper. I move that the reports be laid. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Honorable Adeogun.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues. Adeogun Albert Abiodun is my name, representing the Central, South, and North of the Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from the South, Osun State. I rise to second the motion as ably moved by my chairman. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. The ayes have it. First order of the day is the third reading of a bill for an act to repeal the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2011 and enact the Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Bill and for related matters. Only members who recall that the House adopted the report of Committee of the Whole on the bill on Wednesday, 22nd May 2019. I therefore call on the Leader of the House to move that the bill be now read a third time.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, my name is Mohamed Tahir Munguno. I represent Martha Munguno, Ganze Federal Constituency of Borno State. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I hereby move for a bill for an act to repeal the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2011 and enact the Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Bill and for related matters be read the third time. I so move.
Honorable Bashir, second, please.
Thank you. I'm from Kano State. My name is Babale Bashir. I rise to second the motion to read the bill for the third time, as moved by the acting leader of the House. I so move.
Those honorable colleagues, the question is that the bill be now read the third time. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it. Clerk is invited to read the long title of the bill.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the bill for now to repeal the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2011 and now the Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Bill and for related matters. Third reading.
Bill read the third time and passed. Second order of the day is the third reading of a bill for an act to amend the Energy Commission of Nigeria Act, Chapter E10, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, to establish a renewable and alternative energy development and utilization fund, grant priority to the promotion and development of renewable and other alternative energy and for related matters. Honorable members who recall the House adopted a report of Committee of the Whole on the bill on Wednesday, 22nd May 2019. Therefore, call the Leader of the House to move that the bill be now read the third time.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, my name is Mohamed Tahir Munguno. I represent Martha Munguno, Ganze Federal Constituency of Borno State. I hereby move for a bill for an act to amend the Energy Commission of Nigeria Act, Cap E10, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, to establish a renewable and alternative energy development and utilization fund, grant priority to the promotion and development of renewable and other alternative energy and for related matters be read the third time. I so move.
Chairman, Rules and Business.
Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, may I rise to second the third reading of the bill as moved by the acting leader of the House. I so second.
Honorable colleagues, the question is the bill be now read the third time. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk is invited to read the long title of the bill.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the bill for now to amend the Energy Commission of Nigeria Act, Chapter E10, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, to establish a renewable and alternative energy development and utilization fund, grant priority to the promotion and development of renewable and other alternative energy, and for related matters. Third reading.
Bill read the third time and passed. Third order of the day is the third reading of the bill for an act to establish a chartered institute of mediators and conciliators of Nigeria to determine what standard of knowledge and skills to be attained by persons seeking to become registered members of the mediation and conciliation profession, and for related matters. Honourable members will recall the House adopted the report of the Committee of the Whole on the bill on Wednesday, 22nd May 2019. Therefore, call on the Leader of the House to move the bill be now read the third time.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, I remain Mohammed Tahir Monguno. I represent Marte Monguno, Gaza Federal Constituency of Borno State. I hereby move for a bill for an act to establish the Chartered Institute of Mediators and Conciliators of Nigeria to determine what standards of knowledge and skills to be attained by persons seeking to become registered members of the mediation and conciliation profession, and for related matters we read the third time. I so move.
Honorable Pajok, Chairman of some business.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to second the third reading of the bill as moved by the acting leader of the House. I so second.
Honorable colleagues, question is that the bill be now read the third time. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it. Clerks invited to read the long title of the bill.
Honorable Speaker, honorable member, a bill to announce the Chartered Institute of Mediators and Conciliators of Nigeria to determine what standard of knowledge and skills to be attained by persons seeking to become registered members of the mediation and conciliation profession, and for related matters. Third reading.
Bill read the third time and passed. Fourth order of the day, an honorable colleagues' commencement of debate on the General Principles Bill for an act to repeal the National Commission for Colleges of Education Act No. 3 of 1998 and establish National Commission for Teachers' Education and for related matters, standing in the name of the House Leader. Honourable members will recall that the bill was transmitted from the Senate seeking concurrence of the House, read the first time on Wednesday, 22nd May 2019. I now invite the Leader to move the bill be now read a second time.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, my name is Mohammed Tahir Monguno. I represent Marte Monguno, Gaza Federal Constituency of Borno State. I hereby move for a bill for an act to repeal the National Commission for Colleges of Education Act No. 3 of 1998 and establish National Commission for Teacher Education and for related matters be read the second time.
Chairman, rules of business.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to second the second reading of this bill as moved by the acting leader of the House. I so second.
Leader, would you please lead the debate?
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, this bill came for concurrence from the Senate, and essentially what this bill is to achieve is to repeal the National Commission for College of Education and then establish the National Commission for Teacher Education. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we are all aware that the mandate of the National Commission for Colleges of Education is to regulate the affairs as well as the curricula of knowledge that is being dispensed by the various colleges of education. And their primary function is that of training teachers. So what this bill seeks to do is to rename the commission and properly call it Commission for Teachers' Education, since the colleges of education have the statutory mandate of training teachers. And we are all aware of the fact that one of the major problems that has constituted a cog in the wheel of turning out qualified teachers in this country is that of having teachers that are not well trained. So this bill seeks to reposition the Teachers Commission Education for the purpose of effectively discharging its statutory mandate of training teachers that will be qualified enough to teach in our secondary schools across the nooks and crannies of this country. So I invite my colleagues to support the second reading of the bill. Thank you.
Honorable Bashir.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'm from Kano State. My name is Babala Bashir. Mr. Speaker, I think this bill is timely. When we look at what is happening today with regards to teachers' education in Nigeria. Yes, we have different agencies saddled with the responsibility of handling the affairs of teachers' education in Nigeria, like the National Commission for Colleges of Education, the Teachers Registration Council, NTI, National Teachers Institute, and many of such institutions. But Mr. Speaker has had enough. Until today, we are yet to be there. We are yet to be there in the sense that when the colleges of education, the teachers training colleges were disbanded in the early 90s, the NTI was only left with the responsibility of training of teachers at the high level, that is maybe producing NCE graduates through distance learning program and organization of seminars and workshops. And the Teachers Registration Council stated that the minimum qualification for a professional teacher is NCE. And Mr. Speaker, when you look at National Commission for Colleges of Education, it only takes care of NCE production institution which graduate NCE graduates. When you look at those who qualified, who finished with B.Ed, those with M.Ed, there is no agency or there is no government institution to take care of their education. So in view of that, Mr. Speaker, I feel what we need today is the repeal of the bill so that it will be all-encompassing. Either you are NCE graduate, you are B.Ed, you are M.Ed, or even if you have PhD in education, there is an institution, there will be an umbrella, single umbrella, to take care of training of professional teachers in Nigeria. So, Mr. Speaker, I think this bill is timely, and I want to urge my colleagues to support it so that we'll have professional teachers in Nigeria. Because one of the basic problems we have in our schools today, sir, particularly the primary education and the secondary school education, is the issue of non-qualified or non-professional teachers. So I urge my colleagues to support this bill in total. Thank you very much.
Last contributor will be Honorable Engineer Dao Magaji. Oh, okay.
Thank
After
you.
which Honorable Musa Sarkin Ada will cap up.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Engineer Magaji, member representing Brunei Federal Constituency from Jigawa. Mr. Speaker, I would like to oppose this motion. I don't know how the name, how the change...
He's opposing, not opposing.
I would like to oppose the...
So he has to wait.
At this stage, Honorable Engineer, we are discussing the general principles of a bill.
Yes.
So you may want to speak.
Well, okay, sir. Let me speak. Thank you for protecting me from my younger brother. Mr. Speaker, I know there is National Institute for Education, there's National Institute for Teachers in Kaduna. There's another board for teacher education. I don't know how the change of these names will bring efficiency or whatever you may call it, into the National Commission for Quality of Education. And teacher education does not stop only in primary and secondary school. It's of this level. And I feel this level, this agency is only concerned with what affects colleges of education all over the country. It has no relationship with other institutions like secondary and primary schools that provide teacher education. So I feel this is just a tautology. It will not add value as far as I'm concerned. So I feel this, we should not allow these kind of things to go. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Musa Selkiade.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I am Musa Sarkin Adar, represent Gadag Oriental Constituency. I am from Sokoto State. I feel obliged to add my voice in support of this bill as a trained teacher from a teacher training college before they were abolished. And when they were abolished, I was not happy. I know what that gap created in the teaching profession in Nigeria. For every one of us here, we are all product of teachers. As such, I believe everybody will appreciate to see anything that will improve teacher profession to come into existence in this country. Before now, there have been so many concerns by the teachers. As a result of which, like my other colleague have mentioned, there were creation of NTI in the early 80s and lately Teacher Registration Council. And now the bill seeking to repeal the National Commission for Colleges of Education to establish Teacher Education Commission, I think is highly welcome. And we should not misunderstood it. It is trying to harmonize and strengthen teacher education as a profession in this country. As of today, everybody can just become a teacher if you read any subject of his choice. For example, in the universities and in other tertiary institutions, even in primary and secondary schools, you find somebody who read English, BA English, or BSc Economics, or BSc Physics or Chemistry, would be recruited as a teacher and he will go to teach, whereby he does not have the prerequisite qualification and the prerequisite professionalism, how to impart knowledge to his pupils or students. He just have the knowledge of that particular subject and he will be in class teaching. As such, students will be performing very poorly. And that's why we are having what we are witnessing today. You have a graduate, you will see him having second class or even first class. But when you come to test him in practice, you find inadequacies in him. All that as a result of improper imparting of the knowledge to him. For this purpose, teacher education required to be, or teacher profession required to be strengthened. And we are the people here who should allow that to happen. Like I said, each and every one of us here is a product of teacher. And everybody who wants to be a good citizen in the country must respect the origin of what brought him to what he becomes to be, that is the teacher. Teacher is second only to our parents. So, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I urge everyone here, regardless of whatever contrary opinion you have on this bill, allow it to pass so that we do one of the onerous tasks we should do in the last lap of this legislature. I thank you all.
I'd ruled that, Betty, you didn't raise your hand earlier on. I'd ruled that you will be the last speaker. So I'll put the question. Yes. Pardon? Okay, I'll take, to be democratic, I'll take two more then. Honorable Betty, and then, okay, Sunday, three more. I have to take my sister whether I like it or not. So,
Mr. Yes. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Betty Apiafi. I represent Abuja Odo-Lahoda East Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Rivers State. Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, we didn't get any documents on this bill. maybe you would have helped us to know what the scope of coverage this commission is going to have. Because we have the NUC, the Nigerian University Commission, that regulates the universities, and the Cooperative Education Commission regulates colleges of education. The National Teachers Institute, Kaduna, trains teachers and gives certificates to teachers. So I'm wondering why we are changing the regulator of the colleges of education to a commission for teachers. It's a bit, I mean, I don't know, maybe if we get more explanations, because it doesn't seem to understand it. Why do you want to change the commission? So who will now regulate the colleges of education? This commission was set up to regulate colleges of education, and we have several of them spread across the country. These colleges of education, remember, they used to be teachers training colleges in the past. Their names were changed from teachers training colleges to colleges of education, and this commission came up. So it's a bit of a problem. The National Teachers Institute in Kaduna does the training of teachers. So I don't know why they are changing the name of the commission. Because is it going to, who are the teachers this commission is going to regulate now? Who is going to regulate colleges of education? National University Commission cannot regulate the colleges of education. So that's really the challenge I have with this bill. So maybe we can get some more explanations. Thank you.
Well, I guess in this case, it's, Honorable Betty's question can simply be answered. Maybe they want to pull everything together under one roof instead of having commission for this, commission of this, to say that you have a commission for teacher education. That's an umbrella body that covers everything. And that is very good in maintaining standards rather than having different ad hoc bodies. Honorable Sunday.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and honorable colleagues. This is one of the days I've been expecting things to happen. In this house.
You are expecting what to happen Sunday? I hope we are safe.
What I want to discuss about the teachers. In this house, precisely last year, we were talking about the welfare of teachers, Teachers Day, Teachers That, and I put the question, have we put up motion or bill for the betterment of the teachers? And if I can see a bill trying to repeal what is inefficient and bring it together so that the teachers' education will be more comprehensive and they will be able to talk in one voice and the house will be able to do something better for the teachers, it's a good day for me. I am not a teacher, but I was taught by some people, and I'm not teaching my children. My children or your children have been taught by some people. And like I said, it is lack of goodwill, what the commission, what they have, that teachers are suffering. If today, and we are having this, so that the inadequacies in the teachers' education of what we have in the commission will be addressed and have one. Hey, that's a good development for this nation. And a nation that plays with the education of the children is a nation that is doomed. With this, I support the passage of the bill. While we get here, do all the needful so that all the amendments will be done. Like my co-colleagues have said, and Mr. Speaker has expatiated more, that we have teachers institute, that of a primary school, that of secondary school. Let it be under one umbrella, and we'll be able to talk for the betterment of the teachers and our children. I so support Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Aisha Tuduku.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. My highly respected colleagues, I'm Honorable Aisha Tuduku, Yimbiar Duku, member representing Dukuna for the Federal Constituency. I come from Gombe State. Mr. Speaker, let me just inform this House that the National Commission for Colleges of Education is the supervisory agency for all the colleges of education in Nigeria. And the mandate is to take all the institutions that are producing the NCE certificate. And these include the NTI, that is the National Teachers Institute. The Commission has no right to supervise any other institution producing teachers except the colleges of education. Now, historically, these institutions institutions were known as advanced teachers colleges, now metamorphosed into colleges of education. Now, the teacher in Nigeria has been neglected for quite a while. The NCE teacher is the one that is supposed to teach our pupils from primary to junior secondary school. And this group of people are neglected. They feel, so neglected that they are not even proud to be teachers. Now, part of what this administration is doing is to revamp the education sector. And one of the ways is to boost the morale of the teacher that is in charge of basic education. And that is the foundation. Now, if we give them the name and the commission, Teacher Education Commission, it will boost the morale of the teacher. Because now it will give him or her a recognition that the government and the people of Nigeria now recognizes the NCE teacher as the teacher in charge of the Basic Education Foundation. That is just what this bill, seeks to do. It is just to make sure that the teacher is recognized. And the way they can be recognized is by taking the commission that is in charge of the progress, that is the National Commission for College Education, to be renamed as Teacher Education Commission. That is just what this bill seeks to. Please, it is not to regularize or to include any other institution that produces NCE other than the colleges of education. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
So I think we have come to the end of the debate on the bill. And I'll put the question. The question is the bill be now read the second time. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable Fake, are you the one saying nay? Who? Honorable That is the one saying nay. Clerk is invited to read the long title of the bill.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the bill for now to repeal the National Commission for Colleges for Education Act number 3 of 1998 and establish National Commission for Teachers Education and for related matters. Second reading.
Bill referred to Committee of the Whole. Fifth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of Bill for Act to establish the Nigerian Council of Food, Science and Technology, and for related matters, standing in the name of the House Leader. Honorable members recall the bill was transmitted from the Senate, seeking concurrence of the House, read the first time on Wednesday, 22nd May 2019. I now invite the Leader to move that the bill be now read a second time.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, my name is Mohamed Tahir Monguno. I represent Martin Monguno, Gonza Federal Constituency of Borno State. I hereby move for a bill for an act to establish Nigerian Council of Food Science and Technology and for related matters be read the second time. I so move.
Chairman, Rules and Business.
Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, I rise to second the second reading of this bill as moved by the acting leader of the House. I so second.
Leader, please lead the debate.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, I remain Mohamed Tahir Monguno. I represent Martin Monguno, Gonza Federal Constituency of Borno State. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, as the name implies, this bill seeks to regulate the profession of food science technologies. And we are all aware that it is these professionals that are responsible for processing of our food and also for the packaging of our food. So it is a very important profession that needs to be regulated with a view to stamping out quackery and at the same time laying higher standards for the purpose of practicing that profession. And we are all aware that majority of us here consume processed foods, consume packed foods that are packaged. Unlike our fathers and grandfathers in the village that do not consume all these processed foods and packaged food. So there is need to regulate this profession and set minimum standards for entry into this profession to stamp out quackery, because in the event of somebody that doesn't possess the minimum profession practicing or engaging in the act of practicing food science or food science technologies, then there is going to be disaster. So essentially, the bill seeks to regulate the profession of food science technologists to stamp out quackery and then also set the minimum standards for being a member of that profession. So I invite my colleagues to support the second reading of the bill.
This is a straightforward bill. I'll put the question because I don't think we have a spokesperson for quacks here. Since the bill is meant to cure quackery. So I'll put a question. The question is the bill now read the second time. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it. Clerks invited to read the long title of the bill.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the bill for allowed to establish Nigerian Council of Food Science and Technology and for related matters. Second reading.
Be referred to Committee of the Whole. Sixth order of the day is commencement of debate on the General Principles Bill for an Act to provide for the establishment of the Federal Cooperative Colleges, related matters, standing in the name of the House Leader. Honorable members will recall the bill was transmitted from the Senate, seeking concurrence of the House and read the first time on Wednesday, 22nd May 2019. I now invite the leader to move that the bill be now read the second time.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, I hereby move for a bill for an act to provide for the establishment of federal cooperative colleges and for related matters to read the second time. I so move.
Business.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to second the motion, second reading of the bill as moved by the acting leader of the House. I so second.
Leader, please lead the debate.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, this bill essentially is inviting this House to do the needful, because the federal cooperative colleges are already in existence. There is one in Kaduna, one in Ibadan, and one in Ojiriba. There are three in number. They are already established. So essentially, this House is invited, as per Section 4 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, which gives power of lawmaking to this August Assembly, is invited to, in consonance with that provision, enact the relevant law for the establishment of these federal cooperative colleges. They are already in existence. We are only trying to give them the legal framework, the legal teeth for them to operate in consonance with the mandate establishing them. So the bill speaks for itself. It's a very straightforward bill. I invite my colleagues to support the second reading of this bill without much ado. Thank you.
This is also a straightforward bill. I don't know if there's any contributor on the floor. In the absence of anyone, I will put the question. The question is that the bill be now read the second time. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it. Clerk is invited to read the long title of the bill.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the bill for now to provide for the establishment of federal cooperative colleges and for related matters. Second reading.
Be referred to Committee of the Whole. Seventh order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of bill for an act to establish the Chartered Institute of Finance and Control of Nigeria, charged with responsibility to, among other things, set up ethical standards for professionals in finance control and for related matters. Standing in the name of the House Leader, honorable members will recall the bill was transmitted from the Senate, seeking concurrence of the House, read the first time on Wednesday, 22nd May 2019. I now invite the leader to move that the bill be now read the second time.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, my name is Mohamed Tahir Monguno. I represent Marte Monguno, the Federal Constituency of Borno State. I hereby move for a bill for an act to establish the Chartered Institute of Finance and Control of Nigeria, charged with the responsibility to, among other things, set up ethical standards for professionals in finance control and for related matters, be read the second time. I so move.
Chairman, Rules and Business, please second.
Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, I rise to second the second reading of this bill as moved by the acting leader of the House. I so second.
Leader, please lead the debate.
Order. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, this bill is inviting this House to enact a law that will regulate the profession of financial controllers. We are all aware of the very important role this profession discharges in our socio-economic life, especially against the backdrop of the fact that corruption has become a monster that is threatening to eat deep into the fabric of the Nigerian society. And the only way we can stamp out corruption and then institute transparency and good conduct in the act of governance is to regulate this profession by setting up minimum standards for people that are desirous of joining the profession, and also punishing those that are in breach of the ethics of the profession, and also stamp out quackery in the profession, as I said earlier on, especially against the backdrop of the fact that one of our cardinal objectives now is to stamp out corruption so that development can be brought to the doorstep of the people that we represent. So essentially this bill seeks to regulate that profession, set up minimum standards, and then also stamp out quackery in the practice of the profession, and then give appropriate sanctions while there is breach in the ethics of the profession. So I invite my colleagues to support the second reading of this bill. Thank you.
Any contributor to the bill? Otherwise, it will go like the others that have gone before it. Honorable Abonta.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am Utraman Kim Abonta. Mr. Speaker, the bill seeks to establish Chartered Institute for Finance and Control of Nigeria. Their line is charged with responsibility, among other things, to set the ethical standard in financial practice. It is very important, but regrettable that this bill is coming at this point in time. I want to urge the Speaker and the House to do all we could to pass this bill that it gives the light of the day up to access. If we are talking about managing finance, then there must be a professional ethical standard to do that. Therefore, this bill, as late as it's coming, we must take some steps to see that it is the light of the day. It is an important bill. Mr. Speaker, this bill is coming from the Senate, where all the legislative fireworks have been done. public hearing and all what not. Therefore, those who seek to control our finances in public areas must have integrity, must have standards, must have professionalism. Therefore, I support that this bill passes and that they refer to the Committee of the Whole, and if need be, do the necessary thing with our rules that we can do the gathering and all what's not to see that it sees the rest of the day. I so ask members to look at it from that angle. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable colleagues, the question is that the bill be now read a second time. Those in favour of the motion say aye. Aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it. Clerks invited to read the long title of the bill.
Order.
Honourable Speaker, honourable members, a bill for now to establish the Chartered Institute of Finance and Control of Nigeria shall be responsibility to, among other things, set up ethical standards for professionals in finance control and for related matters. Second reading.
Being referred to Committee of the Whole. Eighth order of the day is the commencement of debate on general principles of Bill for an Act to provide for establishment of Federal University of Oil and Gas Technology, Bonny, Rivers State, and for related matters standing in the name of Honourable Randolph Oruene Brown. Honourable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Thursday, 16th May 2019. I now invite Honourable Brown to move that the bill be now read the second time.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Randolph Oruene Brown, representing Degma Bonny Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, may reverse smile. Mr. Speaker, I want a bill for an act to provide for establishment of Federal University of Oil and Gas Technology, Bonny, Rivers State, and for related matters, standing in my name to be read the second time. I so move. Order.
Any seconder? Honorable E.J. Aboima, I'm sure you have been missed today.
My Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, I remain Honorable E.J. Aboima, representing the good people of Agos Subaha Federal Constituency, Edo State, the heartbeat of the nation. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support the second this bill, ably sponsored by my honorable friend and brother, Honorable Randolph Oruene Brown, a bill for an act to provide for the establishment of Federal University of Oil and Gas Technology, Bonny, Rivers State, and for related matters. HB 1232. Mr. Speaker, I so second.
Order.
I would like this.
Honorable E.J., I thought you were moving the motion. I didn't know you were seconding, so at the end of the day, I'm left confused and perplexed. Honorable Brown, please lead the debate.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I rise to lead a debate on the general principle of the Federal University of Oil and Gas Establishment Bill with serious concern and burden in my heart that after more than 50 years of operating the oil and gas industry, Nigeria is yet to achieve resource nationalism and technology development in the industry as witnessed in some countries like Norway, Brazil, and many other oil-producing countries. The deficit is clearly in the lack of adequate oil and gas training infrastructure and the requisite training facilities and environment needed to boost, stimulate, nurture, and equip Nigerians in modern technologies in the oil and gas industry. Little wonder, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, countries like Brazil have been able to embark on research and development indigenous technologies of production. The establishment of this university in Bonny will certainly address the glaring capacity gap, stifling the emergence of the new nationally driven Nigerian oil and gas industry. More so, there is no single oil and gas technology university in Nigeria. Dear colleagues, I most sincerely call on you to support this bill, as this legislation will herald the birth of an oil and gas industry that will compete with the established nations like Saudi Arabia, Brazil, Norway, etc. Mr. Speaker and my colleagues, as an essential tool for any form of development, every well-meaning government will endeavor to constantly create access to proper education and consistently upgrade such assets to meet the current needs of the society. The university, when established, Mr. Speaker, like every other regular university, will offer courses of study in both conventional and specialized fields like oil and gas, management, applied sciences, engineering technology, agriculture, and applied discipline. The proposal for this university is born out of the fact that although there is currently federal protection of oil and gas in Bonny River State, however, there is a need for its upgrade to the status of a university because we can no longer turn our blind eye to the fact that employers of labor have made polytechnic qualification inferior to that of university qualification. Therefore, the average young person seeking higher education qualification tilts more towards the search for university education rather than that of the polytechnic. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, Bonny has some over 139. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, Bonny has over 139 gas-fired locations spread in the Niger Delta region of Nigeria and has had its fair share of environmental degradation, among others, resulting from the activities of gas flaring and oil exploration, and is still at the receiving end up till now. Establishing the University of Oil and Gas Technology in Bonny Island is apt and timely, as this will not only show that the government is alive to its responsibilities of bringing development and creating better access to education in the oil-producing communities, provide youth of the kingdom and other prospective students to the university an opportunity of acquiring sound tertiary education. The establishment of the Federal University of Oil and Gas Technology in Bonny River State is certainly in the right direction, as this will expand the opportunities for access to tertiary education for the people of Bonny Kingdom, River State, and Nigeria as a whole. Mr. Speaker, and my honorable colleagues, I therefore urge that we all support that the bill be read the second time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
This is a straightforward bill, and I put the question. Those in questions the bill be now read the second time. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it. Clerk is invited to the long title of the bill.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the bill for an act to provide for the establishment of Federal University of Oil and Gas Technology, Bonny, River State, and for related matters. Second reading.
Bill referred to Committee of the Whole. Ninth order of the day is a motion on discharge of the committee from referral of the bill pursuant to Order 17, Rule 3(1) of Rule G of the Standing Orders of the House of Representatives, standing in the name of Honorable Edward G. Pajo. Honorable Pajo is now invited to move the motion.
Honorable Speaker, there's a mix-up somewhere. May I apply to step down this item?
Item stepped down by leave of the House. 10th order of the day is a motion on recommittal of the Petroleum Governance Bill, the National Research and Innovation Council Bill, and the Stamp Duties Act Amendment Bill, standing in the name of Honorable Edward G. Pajo. Honorable Pajo is now invited to move the motion.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Edward Pajo, representative of South of Plateau State. Mr. Speaker, this motion is on the recommittal of the Petroleum Industry Governance Bill, 2019, the National Research and Innovation Council Bill 2019, and the Stamp Duty Act Amendment Bill 2019. The House notes that the Petroleum Industry Governance Bill 2019, the National Research and Innovation Council Bill 2019, and the Stamp Duties Act Amendment Bill 2019.
Honorable Halilu Jika, please go back to your seat. Please, you are disturbing us.
And transmitted to the President for assent, may be returned with some observations which need to be addressed.
Honorable Halilu Jika, please.
Aware that the observations are germane for the smooth operation of the bills if eventually assented to, the House resolves to resign its decision on the affected clauses of the Petroleum Industry Governance Bill 2019, clauses 2 and 7 of the National Research and Innovation Council Bill 2019, and clauses 8 and 88 of the Stamp Duties Act Amendment Bill 2019 as passed, and recommit same to the Committee of the Whole for reconsideration and passage. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Gwani Bukar Lawan.
Right, Honorable Speaker Yakubu Dogara, initiator of Northeast Development Commission. My name is Honorable Gwani Bukar Lawan, member representing Burusari, Gaidami Misari, I'm from Yobe State. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise to second the motion heavily moved by the Chairman of Rules and Business. I so second.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it. 10th order of the day, 11th order of the day is a consideration. We move to consideration of reports. Chuchu has an announcement to make, so I'll allow you to take that announcement before we move on.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Chukwuka Onyema. I represent Obaru Federal Constituency of Anambra State. I have this announcement to make on behalf of our party, the People's Democratic Party Caucus, in the House of Representatives. With profound respect, use this occasion to felicitate with Right Honorable Nnenna Elendu KJ, Chairperson House Committee on Foreign Affairs, on her investiture as Doctor of Literature, honoris causa, by the American University of Nigeria, Yola, which took place at the institution's premises last Saturday, May 18, 2019. This distinguished academic recognition bestowed on our very dear colleague, coming at a time she's taking a short break from Parliament, did not come to every member of the caucus, and indeed the entire House as a surprise. Since 2007, as the representative of Bende Federal Constituency, Right Honorable Nnenna Elendu KJ has distinguished herself creditably as a responsive parliamentarian and a resourceful pan-Nigerian. As a legislative Amazon, she deploys impeccable oratory, intellectual prowess, uncommon bravery, and unflinching fervor in all parliamentary works, plenary, committees, oversight, and other. In all of these, she has consistently acquitted herself brilliantly as a natural bridge builder, team player, and altruistic personality, as well as a passionate promoter and defender of human rights, equity, fairness, and justice. That the American University of Nigeria specially chose her for this prestigious award and gave her the platform to be the guest speaker, the first female to do this at its 9th commendation graduation ceremony, is a worthy endorsement and profound recognition of Right Honorable Nnenna Elendu KJ's persistent advocacy, intellectual fidelity, and humanitarian initiatives. As the PDP caucus in the House of Representatives and the entire House, we felicitate Right Honorable Nnenna Elendu KJ, one of our most reliable, conscientious, and resourceful members on this award. We pray for God's continued guidance, wisdom, strength, and good health upon her for more national, regional, and global recognition. Amen. It's Honorable Nnenna KJ that we said let us announce one of ours. I would like to crave your indulgence, Mr. Speaker, and the indulgence of the House, that, Mr. Speaker, you allow, please, if the House agrees, one or two members to make, they want to make one or two comments on Honorable KJ. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. I hope, Honorable Nena speaks too much grammar, so I hope I tried in this one. Thank you, everybody.
So, does anyone want to say something about the Right Honorable Nena Elendu Ikeja? Honorable Chinda.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues. Kingsley Chinda, I speak for the people of Abuja constituency. I'm an Igbo man from River State. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I will start by reminding us of what one of my pastors said, that we should live our lives in a way that we will not compel our pastor to lie at our funeral. We are aware that it's difficult for people to say evil of the dead. And so even when a bad man dies, at the funeral, people will begin to pour accolades on such a person. But my dear colleagues, here is a woman. Here is one of our own who has lived a life that will not make anybody want to lie when you talk about her. I've listened to the things said about her, even when this doctorate award was bestowed on her. I could not find anyone that is exaggerated. I've stayed with her for 8 years in these hallowed chambers. She's one that is full of knowledge. If persons like this are given honorary doctorate degrees, I think that those degrees will make meaning. She merits it. Very knowledgeable, very active on the floor of these chambers. In fact, these are the type of persons that a country like Nigeria should emulate, develop clients in democracy to ensure that such persons remain in this arm of government. But it's unfortunate that she's exiting temporarily, though. I believe in this honorary award, and I would want to thank the university for picking her out, because I'm sure that they took their time to do a thorough work in identifying her to give her this award. I want to also ask that the kind of life that Honorable Nena lives should be one that our younger sisters, our girls should emulate in the society. And I want to encourage her that what is happening today should also be a challenge. She's doing well. We expect her to continue to do well and, in fact, better what she has done. And I pray that we will also have the opportunity for such good things to be said about us in the way we conduct our affairs and business. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, my dear colleagues.
Honorable Sunday Adepoju.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and honorable colleagues. When I hear of people like Elendu, Honorable Elendu being celebrated here, it makes my man happy more. When he speaks on the floor, I always got carried away. Not because of her beauty. And I know the award given to her was not because of her beauty, but because of her intellectual profile. This is a woman of substance. This is a woman that if I have my way anywhere in the world, I will recommend her for more awards.
I thought you say you marry her.
This is a woman. No, this is a woman that is an epitome of knowledge, epitome of integrity, beauty, and humility. This all put together in one person. If other universities in Nigeria are giving honorary awards for people like Honorable Lente. Nobody will criticize our Nigerian universities. This is an award that will spur other Nigerian women into action to put in their record. I can tell you, vividly approached her in a private discussion that my wife is proud of her, simply because of the way she carried out. Now, if Auntie can discover what I saw, what my wife in her room has discovered, oh, I'm happy to speak on her behalf. I think Nigerians, irrespective of the party you belong to, your party affiliation, your ethnic correlation, or whatever, we should be celebrating a woman like Ellen and recommend her, if there's any appointment that can be given to her, no matter the party she belongs to, if she will be a good representative of this house and Nigeria as a whole. I am happy to speak, to witness you have been celebrated, and it's a pity, but it's temporary, that you are leaving this house. We want people like you to continue. You have just started. God will be with you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
This is the network service of the NTA. We now join our outside.
Put your hands together for Sheikh Abubakar Gumi Academy, all the way from Asokoro. They have shown you the stuff they're made of, and they're not done yet. Easy. Okay, it's all part of the game. I should also come for some lessons. This boy, you're tough, oh. You're just clearing everybody. Please put your hands together for Sheikh Abubakar Gumi Academy, performing the martial arts, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, do you believe me when I said Nigerian children are very talented and indeed bright future awaits them? Thank you very much once again. And coming up next, we want to have a goodwill message from one of our major sponsors who made today's occasion a success. Please put your hands together for the representative Polaris Bank, Mrs. Folashade James. Please, a warm round of applause for her. Thank you very much, ma'am. Children, if we don't get settled, you're not going home with gifts today. So you have to coordinate yourselves.
Hello, children. No way, I can't hear you. Hello, children. Hello, children. You know, you're actually very important. We are all gathered here today because of you. And you're very key to the scheme of things happening generally in the world, especially in Nigeria. And that's why we've gathered to celebrate you specially today. As you've been told earlier, there are lots of things packaged for you. And because we consider you as very important, Polaris Bank, we've left everything that we are doing and we've decided to come and spend this day with you. And I can tell you that we still have a lot of things to offer you. We have some things that you can't resist. But later when I come up, I'll tell you more about it. But I just want to encourage you that irrespective of what is going around you, determined to be the strong person that you are created to be. You have what it takes to be a great citizen and a great leader in this country, in whatever capacity you are. So just always celebrate yourself, and you know that you have a greater future ahead. I wish you a wonderful time today. You've seen nothing yet, so just get settled and ready to have all the fun. We want to thank NTA for this opportunity, and we look forward to better, mutually beneficial relationship. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mark. Please, a warm round of applause for the representative of Polaris Bank, Mrs. Folashade James. Thank you for your support. We are indeed grateful. And our arms are still very wide open for more support to make every year celebration of the Children's Day a remarkable one and one step forward. Thank you once again. All right, right now, let's have another goodwill message. And High Grade International School, please get ready. I hear you have a presentation, which is ballet, so get set for that. Let's have another goodwill message, this time around from NIMC, that's National Identity Management Commission, Mr. Loveday Chika Ogboma. Please put your hands together for him. He is the head corporate commissions, all the way from NIMC. Thank you very much.
Children, hello children. The National Identity Management Commission is an agency of government that identifies you, that tries to tell you who you are, from cradle to when you are what? When you are old and you are no more. So that's why we want to identify you by registering you at our stand here. We have asked for your birth certificate, we have asked for your national identity number of your parents, and we have said for the schools who do not have this requirement, please come to our stand and let us know so that we can come to you and make this happen in your school. Because very soon, not even very soon, right now you cannot get your international passport without your national identification number. So all of us need it at one point or the other. Very soon, you will not go to school without that number. So from my DG, Engineer Aliu Aziz, the Director General of National Identity Management Commission, I want to appreciate NTA and all the sponsors and all the schools that has made this happen. We are excited that this year own is becoming this way. And we are hoping that next year is going to be much more glamorous and we are going to enjoy together. So once again, from National Identity Management Commission, we wish you well and we say enjoy your day and thank you. And please try to be identified by identifying with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Loveday Chika Ogboma. He's the head corporate communications from NIMC. Please put your hands together for him. Please get identified though, so you don't go missing, so that they can identify you when you go missing. I'm not praying for anybody to go missing. We will not lose our loved ones or our children by the grace of God. All right, Anglican High Grade International Way from Maraba have a very beautiful presentation for us. So let's see what they have in store. Please put your hands together for them.
Good day, viewers. My name is Nzomi Foma from High Grade International School, Maraba, Nasarawa State. In this talk show, we'll be talking on health malnutrition, protect the future of Nigerian child. It's a known fact that Nigerian children faces numerous challenges from their daily life. Some of these challenges are child abuse, child trafficking, child labor, child malnutrition, among others. It's high time we tackle these challenges before they become insurmountable. That's why this year's theme on Children's Day celebration, health malnutrition, protect the future of Nigerian child, is not only timely but a welcome development. With me in this talk show are
MAPs, God's gift Calvi, Wake Operation, Akili Favor.
Before we proceed, we would like to know what malnutrition is all about. Mr. Lee, can you please tell us what malnutrition is?
Thank you. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, malnutrition refers to the deficiency, excesses, or imbalances in the person's intake of nutrients or energy.
Thank you, Ms. Tolu. Ms. Peace, can you please tell us the causes of malnutrition?
Well, I believe that some of the factors that constitute child malnutrition include illiteracy, poverty, low intake of food, unemployment, lack of breastfeeding, among others.
Thank you, Ms. Peace. Ms. Godgift, can you tell me how you'll be able to identify a malnourished child?
How can we be able to identify a malnourished child as follows? Firstly, lack of appetite or interest in taking food or drink, tiredness and irritability, high risk of getting sick and taking long time to heal, depression, inability to concentrate, high risk of complication after surgery, always feeling cold, difficulty to breathe, slow growth rate, and lastly, loss of fat, muscle mass, and body tissue. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Godgift. Ms. Precious, can you please tell us the effect of malnutrition?
Thank you. Some of the effects of malnutrition include anemia due to lack of iron supplementation, kwashiorkor, which results from the inadequate intake of protein, marasmus, rickets, lack of iron, vitamins, and zinc, hypoglycemia, which is loss of blood sugar. It occurs when a child refuses to eat between 4 to 6 hours. It leads to convulsion, loss of consciousness, and so on. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Precious. Ms. Favor, can you please tell us the solution to malnutrition?
I believe that the solutions to malnutrition are as follows. 1. Advocacy on breastfeeding. Counseling the mothers to improve on breastfeeding. 2. Eating balanced diet. Avoid taking too much sugary things. 4. Access to food. 5. Taking recommended diet so as to avoid deficiency. Government should include a policy of right to food in the Constitution according to the United Nations General Assembly of December 16, 1966, which has been signed by 166 countries as of 2018. Government should create employment opportunities, and there should be a reintroduction of poverty alleviation method. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Favor. I thank you all for paying attention. Ending malnutrition and protecting the future of Nigerian children is a collective responsibility. Let's all arise and end malnutrition. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Please, once again, appreciate those bright young minds who just gave us a good talk about malnutrition. Malnutrition is of everybody's concern. Yes, the federal government have some intervention programs, but we also have a stake in it. Most of the schools still have a lot of wonderful performance for you today. So I just crave your indulgence to be patient with these children because it is their day. Do we agree? Do we agree? Children, are we having fun? Are we learning something? We have plenty of chop-chop. All right, so please would like to invite again the representative of Polaris Bank, Mrs. Folashade James. Children, there's a special offer for you. She's going to be talking to us about Polaris Rainbow Children Competition. How many of us want to hear about it? Do we want to hear about it? Okay, so put your hands together for Mrs. Folashade James. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Like I said earlier, Polaris Bank, we consider children very important and we don't take them lightly. And in this regard, the bank has come together to put up a program towards the Children's Day competition. We are calling it Polaris Rainbow Children Day competition. What is it all about? We know that our Jews like I like to call our children, because you all have something special in you. Our treasures, they have this special gift in them, and we want to join them to bring out that gift. So there is a competition going on, which has to do with you writing an essay, or composing a poem, or putting up an artwork, theme, Nigeria of my dreams. I know many of you see a lot of things happening outside the country. Some of you might have gone outside the country, and you're like, I just love to be here. But I can tell you, in Nigeria, considering our number and the feats Nigerians are performing outside the country, we have what it takes. So we want to see what is in your mind. What is the Nigeria of your dream that you would like to have? And we say to encourage you to take this serious. We have quite a number of things we're going to give to the best 3 entries. You're going to have to submit your entries online at any, whether online at any branch of Polaris Bank or through your school administrative office. What is it all about for you to qualify? I'll come to that. I would first like to get you to increase your appetite for it. Like I said earlier, the first 3 entries, you're going to have cash gifts of 150,000, 100,000, and 50,000 naira. Is that good or not good? Is that good or good? I can't hear you, children. I mean, you can have 150,000 that is your own. And we're going to support you to make sure money doesn't take it to do any other thing. It's going to be in your name because most likely we ensure it is well kept. But outside that, for you to qualify for this, you have to open a rainbow savings account. It is not cumbersome. I know many of you, you're not here with your parents, but we are hoping to work with your school. We're going to get your contacts and also to help you understand what it means to save. You know, Nigeria of nowadays, we need to increase the saving culture because you find out people are always saying, I'm broke. Have you ever heard anybody say, I'm broke? And they are not broken. You see them standing straight and somebody says, I'm broke. So that you won't be broke, we need to come to your school to do what we call the financial literacy. It's at no cost to the school. We will come, spend some minutes, take questions from the children, enlighten you about the saving culture, on how you can make, on how you can earn money, and not just earn it, but also save and get the money to work for you. So we hope to get the contacts of the school. We come to your school free of charge, and then we'll be able to give you this financial literacy. Like I said, you can please write the essay that you want Nigeria to be. Put up a poem. If you like drawing, draw how you think Nigeria should be. And then you make your submission online or through any Polaris Bank branch or through your school. We will work with your school to make sure that the best gets the gifts. But outside the first 3 gifts, like I mentioned, the bank has provided what we call educational tablets. We have quite a number of them. And based on the number of entries that I'm expecting to see, you might all have one, no matter how small. Educational tablets. For you to have it, you must participate in this competition. And like I said, for your entries to be accepted, you must open a rainbow account. So I'm looking forward to seeing many entries. I know that you all have what you want Nigeria to be like. So put it in writing, put it in a poem, or put it in an artwork. And we're going to just put it together and make sure that the winner gets the best gift. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Folashade James, a true banker, a true marketer indeed. Thank you very much. And children, this is your opportunity to take advantage of it. You can be the next 150,000 naira rich child. All right, let's move on. We have a lot of performances from the children, and Brightway School will be giving us some ballerina. How many of us want to see ballerina? Yes, I can hear the school cheering. Okay, so Brightway School, if you're ready, let's see what you have for us. DJ?
I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You